So, you all wanted one thing you want. You don't care about Linux, desktop Linux, server Linux, embedded Linux. All you care about is AI. Yes, I heard it. For months I heard it. AI, vibe coding, AI, more AI. So, quick. Don't delay. They're all the vibe coders. Don't delay. Teach me these new tricks today. So, TLDR, I'm a noob. I know nothing. What should I do now? Trap. Are you here, Trap? So I thought we test this AI. I think, yes, I'm late. I'm basically, yes, the last programmer on Earth to test agentic AI. Nah, Ben, welcome everyone. We're waiting for Trap. We are deadlocked on our AI LLM leading expert. I thought we take some old driver, like some XORG driver. Like, so what do I prompt? Like, how do I AI? Fable 5 is back. Yay! You can use 50% of your weekly limit Fable 5. If you hit you can continue Fable 5 with usage credits. Whatever that means. Support things. So there is one thing. So you all tell me just vibe it. Okay, so there was once upon a time, there was an old XORG driver, X3 download. There was a driver that, I mean, there were a couple of drivers that were never ported, but one driver that I have a card for, that is a Vitek P900. Let's find this download packages. So I think, as I'm a total noob, oh boy, Trap, AI Trap, you're the AI Trap. So what should I do, Trap? I thought I test this brave new AI world that you tell me I should finally freaking use and not waste my time. Where's even the old X3? So I thought I'd give it the old source and tell it here's some new example and make the old source new again. Is that how you vibe it? Also there's not. Things, oh boy, yes. Noob, total here, noob. AI noob tries stuff. Let's maybe log into something more powerful than my Steam Deck. Oh, come on. Let's... Which one do... Okay. Did I? Didn't want that. Needs an old download. Not the best. Finally, things and web coding article. I guess. Yes, I gave them money. Yes, I made America great again. I gave them money. Yes, I gave them. How much? 19 euro. Plus VAT. I wired them 21 euro. Oh, don't tell me that's out of space. Failed to clone funded cross device. Ah, okay. Oh, that's fine. This might take a while. So we need this old download. I mean, ironically, I have one set this downloaded. So, oh man, wait, does the website not still exist? X386.org. Or so here, the website still freaking exists. Get a release here. We need some old... this might be why it's not on here. That is what we need. Download. That's what we need. Finally found it. But I will only continue to give this evil company more money to destroy our environment if it works. So it better be good. So environmental destruction might better be also like this doesn't download. Oh, that's FTP. Ah, boy, that is FTP. Does curl still FTP? You cannot make this shit up. Here, cloud things. Maybe I should use more than one. Please make this still support. Damn it. Download difficult. Oh, here is it even HTTP. Here, that's what we need. One of those has drivers. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Kernel. One of those has a driver I want to port. So Trap, you're speechless. You're not helpful. You don't tell me quickly, make no mistakes how to use this stuff. I think one was documentation, maybe 3 is pure documentation. Okay, so general suggestion, don't just use best model highest reasoning. You burn through your usage very quickly, and before you anything that makes sure you provide appropriate context, like when to get lots of docs and relevant docs things review, and might want to install RTK and code graph as it will make more efficient. Fable will eat the $20 plan for breakfast. Not giving them more money. Like, dude, if it costs more than $20, I make it myself. So we vibe coding. Where is the code? There is no code yet. We still need to steal it. Here, we are unpacking the code. First, we need to steal the old code here, either from here or from there. Whatever is it. Oh, maybe that's utilities. Maybe most of the code was in here. So what I want to steal, actually, no, not steal. What I want to make open source again is the Vitek driver. Either it's Vitek. So give how. Okay, there is some super probe. Wonderful. P. That or that. Okay, then it's P9000. Okay, so I thought I give it that here. Ethel things. Actually, okay, so am I thinking this correctly? I give it this old. What's even in here? What's in here? What? Nothing? Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's not particularly amazing. Okay, here's the old driver. Here, old driver. Common, what's that stuff you're doing? Does it need to build? No, right? It will just extract the content from the source, right? Like register. Like so that's not reverse engineering. There is a driver. Okay, we can like move that here. It doesn't need to build, right? I can give like, here's this old shit. Do it, please. Did I things, common things? Right. Makes no sense to make this old stuff build. Let's not leak here random old shit. So they never ported that to new X3 4 API. Theoretically, there was a specification Vitek P9 spec somewhere, but the problem is agent harness efficiently are a bit of an art. Also use plan model, plan shift top explains what you want to do. The thing with subscription is that things plan is 10x. What? The thing with the subscription is that the $200 plan is 20 times the 20, both Anthropic OpenAI, it doesn't scale linearly to pricings and burden. I use the Codex $200 plan and I can burn through it, but I have to try. I once found a data sheet. The question is, like maybe that one here. The question is, does it have text? No. Maybe that is OCR. Can you stop it? This was this one, right? Where's the other one? Which one did I use now? Did I only use this one? That also has some. Okay, what is that? 360 pages? That is more for some reason. Is this 9100? Which card do I even have? Okay, doesn't matter which one I have. Do you think giving it the PDF helps? Will this stuff be smart enough to extract any information out of a PDF? Do I need to so PDF to things give it use PDF to text orcs? You saying Paimut things fallen? You were saying extracting text helpful? The thing not. I mean, the thing is here is some context potentially lost, right? I mean, are you sure that it cannot, it will automatically convert it? I mean, I would hope so, because like this surely loses a lot of formatting. I mean, how large is that? Oof. Will this eat a lot of tokens if I give it a 14 megabyte PDF? Let it parse the PDF. How much tokens will that worst? Okay, actually all the info should be in here. This was a supposedly working driver. So with your experience, Trap, should this working driver be enough of till it hears an old driver? I usually build an index file and split by chapter. Holy, it sounds like work. You tell me, I thought that you told me AI will do the work for me. Now you tell me I should pretty format a PDF. Absolutely will help. Absolutely will help. I tend to turn them into Markdown if I expect them to make easier, but just saying to save tokens you can pre-process. Okay, how about we give it only the old driver? How should I give it the new driver? Should I give it some example of like, here's some S3 whatever? What's the best modern? Like some Mach 64 or Rage? Like maybe Mach 64? What's the problem? The problem is that's X33 from like 25 years ago, and when they like X33 was a very monolithic single server thing, and they modularized that. So the modern modular drivers are since X34, which is the continuation. The Xorg server is the continuation. So the problem is it's 25-year-old stuff that nobody ever ported to the new X34 and later Xorg server API. So this stuff doesn't work for 25 years. This needs to be ported into a this needs to be ported into a modern 25-year-long modern Xorg XF86 video. Actually, the stuff has context, right? The stuff has billions of tokens of terabytes of context. So it should know all. Shouldn't it be trained with it? Should I not be so? Fable 5 is big. So you say API header, source, new stuff, 1, 2 is the best. What would the server API be? So you say XX API, right? Not some other driver? Because with some other driver, with some other driver, it would have the directory structure that I expect. The problem with all the X stuff is here all the core things of, I don't even know what's the core API things. Here's so much random Xorg shit, that's a problem. New T2 world. But the XOR code base is fine. Is fine. The XOR code base is huge, right? Unless we, I mean, even which XOR code base? You mean XOR server? But even XOR server alone might not have all API files. That's why I thought like I give it a Mach64 driver as reference. That's at least less code than like megabytes of dozens of megabytes of XOR server sources. Do you think the driver is of like some reference drivers of any value? Of like, hey, that's this stuff does it have XAA? Or did we undelete this? Maybe we undelete this. Because I would prefer XAA. Restore XAA. Bam. Okay, so this Claude stuff. How do I agentic things here of? You said plan. What did you say? Control Shift. Plan mode / plan or Shift tab. Shift tab. Accept edits. Oops. Plan mode on. Shift tab to cycle auto mode for accept edits. Plan mode on. Auto mode lets handle permission prompts automatically. Cloud checks each to account of risky actions, prompt injections before executing. It's probably not the safest way to run this as my user. I should run this as a you have less permissions user, not that it takes over my live stream. What? Wait, wipe coding here. What? You're wipe coding here? I do need to save my lifetime. I have some things to. We have a microkernel to wipe code. And when you are in planning mode, just explain what you would like to talk to someone who would code but doesn't know where the things live, file system, things, some things, foobar documentation, things, general safe, but yes, you want to extra process. I mean, yes, that's not my main workstation, that's just my live stream. So what's new? Things, tips of Sonnet. Plan mode on. So I should explain it here. Here, is that the prompt? What was the name of this? P9? P9000 or? Oh, P9000. Maybe it has learned context. Does it have tab completion here or? So it sees the files from here, right? Sonnet 5, Cloud Pro. Good that it leaks here my email address straight. Run init to create a Claude with instructions. Claude in Chrome. Oh, so you're telling me I actually read the fucking menu. Oh. Init. Launching. Levitating. Run init to create a Claude file. Why does it do so much shit? Wait, what? I think this was shit stupid. Hello, it wasted tokens for bloody nothing. But it told me you run init to create. What the fuck? Well, why did this burn tokens? You stopped it. It didn't want it to waste tokens. It looked like it burned tokens. Let it finish. It looked expensive. That's optional, of course. That's what it is doing. I thought it just created a Claude MD file for free. Well, what do you mean I need to pay for a Claude MD file? What? Write test things. Write a test for firepower. I thought it created a template for free, not waste my tokens. Scanning the directory to understand what is there. They don't write it. That is expensive. Create the things, but okay. I mean, yes. Okay. Let's see how it's like. 500 token things of 700. So that's like ling money burning and water consumption in America, global warming increasing. Find things, max def, git of bash searching for either. Do you want to proceed? Yes, allow reading. What is it trying to or things, notes or plan? Allow reading things. Yes, allow reading from this. What is the difference between yes and yes? Control E to explain. Find things, loading explanation. Check where there is a Git repository. Things and so that's like this single versus always for the session. 1.5k token thinking. Use by the way to I used T2 Linux by the way. Use by the way to sort authentic and things. Wow, I got a good picture. Let me check man page and quickly confirm Mach build things of things, writing cloud listing. I think I waste a lot of resources doing this. Perfect first try. I think I made already multiple mistakes and I'm regretting giving them 20. So you finally things to T2? No, I thought I'd try this. I mean, somehow this is pretty meh. Yes, taking first 5 minutes without reading the documentation is meh. Do you want to create? Yes, allow all edits during the session. Writing, created, no prior cloud things, source documentation, brewed. Except edits on. Wait, where did it save that file now? Funny that it saved it there. This file things guidance cloud code. What this repository is. There is things useful configured, disable xer. Why did it save it in there? Okay, I think we made a little bit, potentially maybe a mess. I think we gave it working on reference driver, standard things layout. I mean, okay, so for it. So how do I prompt now? I tell it now you aren't making the cloud fabric general context for when it works. Port the decade-old X33. Right, take P. What was it? 9,000, right? Was it 9,000 or 9,000? I think it's 9,000 because it's 9,000. Port the decade-old things, Vitek driver in P. Is it even P9000? Does it? Oh yeah, in. Doesn't even have tab completion here. Is that how it named it? Actually, what was? Okay, it was this. X-ray spring, right? to a modular x34 and later xorg server modular x new xf86 video p9000 driver with restored XAA API support for hardware acceleration. You can derive structure and API details from the tab completion. Shit, no copy and paste, damn it. Intercepts native mouse, wonderful. Hope it doesn't mix shit. Is that how I tell it to do runnings? Never seen it. Things amazing. LOL. You should run Claude in the root path of what you plan to work on. I thought that's how I did it. I did run it in a fresh Vitek xorg Vitek directory here. Although it somehow says x33. Not really sure why it says that. Vibing? It says vibing. You can't make this up. Vibing. You've got to be bloody kidding me. Put in planning mode. It wasn't in the right planning mode. Too late. What do you mean planning? Use config. Accept edits on. I thought I was in planning mode. Somehow I feel not in control. Somehow this is surprisingly meh. I expected here some Star Trek Enterprise level of bash find. Like, why does it just find here some things of created Claude, no prior readme top level things, and a git repro ported decade old things of brought in searching for bash command. Like, do bash commands I can write myself. This command requires approval. Find XAA. Oh, find in slash. Do you want to proceed? Like, you need to be careful what this shit wants to do in my system, man. Plan mode on. Oh. So you want to tell me that I need to type this? Where are here? You want to tell me I need to type this again? Is that fun now? Is this depressive? Pondering. Should I have... I can just press up. Should I have created a Git repository somehow? Should I have... Would the thing be more happy to... Find XAA. Why does it package config xorg? So it just runs this stuff on my system here, listing directories. It's this is surprisingly meh. Yes, thank you so much for your super thanks, man. For multi-billion-dollar company, I expected more. I expected this to be more magic and more work. Get line things. So is this approximately fine, or is this complete also? I wonder how much. Like, do I do this completely wrong? And yes, I did not read any manual or barely see anyone wipe coding, so I'm learning by doing here. I'm also running this on a Steam Deck. Should I have run this on my Ryzen? I mean, we can create. Okay, so while this thing is pondering, or why this thing is pondering, oh, 8,000 tokens down. Analyzing legacy things, tool use, 125,000 tokens. Modern structure, 6 tools in use, 28. Research, modern XOC driver, things, header things. With 10 tools, they mean, does 10 tools mean they did run package config and find 10 times, or what? Okay, while this thing is, while this machine is trying to pretend to be able to think and pondering, I wonder how much this would cost me, man. TUI things. Okay, welcome everyone to YouTube 2. Let me have faith in magic, let's ponder and let's this hallucination it makes. Searching for 2 patterns, reading 1 file. Listed from directory on shell cell commands. What is this thing doing on my system? Maybe I should have been more security conscious and not run this on my live streaming setup. So now it will ponder here for 40 minutes, or now we stare on it and hope for the best. Is that the new workflow? Okay, YouTube. Hello everyone, reading, watch things, go coding things from Paraguay. Welcome, you Paraguay there. Vibe coding when I thought things. Maybe the cloud subscription is not worth. Maybe cloud subscription. I wanted to see. Trap is always telling me it's so amazing. Main, explore, analyze, research, cloud always. Oh, we have a raid from Keybind. Shout out. So that's the first. It's day 0 of trying this. Like usually, it's the first time in my life I wipe code. Usually, for everyone new here to this stuff, everyone always tells me wipe code, wipe code, wipe code, wipe code. So I finally wanted to try it. Usually we don't wipe code. Shout out there to Keybind. Tried Rust the first time. How did it went? How did Rust the first time go? So let's watch this pondering. I have the suspicion it will ponder now a very long time. Burn tokens to create a cloud file. That would probably, that's the reason I use open code. Also cheaper Chinese models do the trick. Yeah, that certainly I certainly prefer to be in control. I've seen that. Actually, we discussed it the other day. The new Chinese supposedly better model. Yeah, Rust is also not my thing. I've literally set up GDM things on your work machine. It's pretty glim. What do you need for Glum 5.2? Is this the latest model from a week ago? And if so, what do you need for? But your work machine has some fancy NPU, or Claude writes better code quicker, 90% code things. B300. You can't. These are B300 systems. What do you mean? You mean I cannot run it locally? 6 minutes and 28,000. What even doing this something? Okay, so I guess we can do other things while no the AI cloud, like now the Americans have less drinking water and probably some children die. Nvidia this year, DGX. Okay, with you mean I cannot because I see. Everyone wants more money from me for the shovels. I tried it the first time and the first minutes here are unimpressive, and I have a suspicion it will now take a long time. And it will burn all our... I have the suspicion we clanked it wrong, and it will not result here. Will it show here my Claude project things here? Will it show that here anywhere? How to... Is here like any context of this stuff in code things? Where is the context? Is there not a context for... It doesn't have any like... So I don't see anywhere here. No. I thought like I would see some status of that project here, but apparently not. I would expect it to have something with data here to see what... Maybe there's only some free try shit from the other day, which it created complete garbage. It's all in the terminal. That's... So how can I transfer, like if it's all in the terminal, how can I transfer this project? What do I need? What if I want to continue this on my 1950X3D? Board scope. What do I need to copy? Only the directory? Or does it store stuff in home user.local Claude? Okay, I suggest see planning at hessier.claude plans. Okay, it stores it here. Okay, it's in .claude. Okay, I just see this. Brood, decade old things. Agent 3, explore agent finished. Analyze legacy, analyze modern, research modern things. So for that it spent 240,000 tokens. For that it spent 100. I mean, that's kind of crazy high numbers for... This is a toy project, right? And my friends at SUSE conference there, I mean not at SUSE, but friends who were at the open source conference who work in big name tech. Like if you wipe the Linux kernel with millions of lines of code, like holy shit. So that's already... There's nearly 500,000 tokens already. 250, 350, 400 something. Viper, PCI only, Viper, PCI, and things, and all three, including old driver render table, orchid board never finished upstream things, placeholder signature. I guess I need PCI only for now. Mirror the legacy drivers, exact scope, XAA, subsequent hooks are def generic, driven P source bits at runtime, so implementing solid full screen to screen solid line CPUs. Once having them work all defs is actually less code than the old drivers approach. Once and having them work at all defs is actually less code than the old drivers, given strict beta results, old driver only fully accelerated. Got copy only. Any form of acceleration? Sounds good. Which secondary legacy subsystems would be ported into the new driver? Scope, size of the plan. Wires a BT485 Remdex built-in hardware cursors through the modern VT switching things which access to different text corruption is active. Real issue on legacy things relevant mainly if you're actually switching VTs. Can I select multiple? Like, how does it work? Plus? Can I select multiple? Enter? But I don't want it to continue. Ah, okay, that's multiple choice. Direct access things is explicitly called out in its own comments as a hack, and modern direct model has moved past classic, not recommended, but listing can on full historic. Which things variant things P Viper PC uniform BT things of things ready pondering thinking. While we wait for it's like babysitting AI, like deal what big. So I only try this out. I mean, obviously, I want to achieve. I cannot always debug. I mean, of course, Trap is right. I cannot always babysit every small stupid build error here. Performing so far. I mean, so I think is a doctor here actually. Doctor is a doctor. Doctor, no. I should have called. I should have summoned the doctor explicitly. Because TCL still broken. What did I miss? T2 things just I identify anum based on things suffix wanna be there who will wiki risk company that they are licensing their risk cores. Just using risk doesn't make it things. I wonder if it's a risk 5. Which one? What? Okay, it's still pondering 60,000 tokens, a plan designing things, driver port plan initializing, ls things. Why does it run so strange command? Why does it run like ls-la? Why does it run that strange commands? I would expect it. So it's reading ATI things. I would have expected it. Oh, the doctor here, but I'm oh, sorry. I only hope. So my question is: so that's how you wipe LVM things? Like, how long do you watch Doctor? Maximum context. I would have expected it to already snoop up and sniff up and learn all the context already. Pattern. Like, why does it run so strange stuff? Like, why does it run like grab things like it's drunk? I would have never written an AI like this. Like, maybe we should like do like seeing this low quality engineering. Like that is complete redneck engineering. I would have like if I develop an LLM AI stuff, I would never let it. Like I would source those context and not like, why does it run so strange things, man? I don't get this. This is insane. That doesn't even make sense. So the doctor, I was only like, do I vibe that right? Do you have any searching for detail? But searching, like I expected, like my understanding was, and like yes, I did neural network and a little bit things like decades ago. I would expect it to load the files and have this context in like token memory and not like run low quality grab things all over the place to snoop up some details. That would be too expensive. What the heck? Is it too expensive? Oof. Efficient look at code without putting fun. Okay, YouTube comments need to understand how you need. I expected it to load the tokens and work with them and not like do this strange grab things here of like even I don't grab like this. Like that looks like the most inefficient. People when I grab here, people are like, why do you grab? It's like, dude, that looks inefficient. Fixed window, you can put tokens in. I'm disappointed. Why do all the like what's like? I'm disappointed. Now I want to do an AI startup. Look, should we do an AI startup? Like maybe this is how we would have been. Like didn't like, you have space for other things? Okay, so YouTube comments. Sorry, I'm so focused. Finally scummed to AI T2. So no, it's an example. So playing around with some cheap Chinese models recently, like me. Yeah, so cheap models ever have free plan and Chinese have more than enough water for the data centers. Why? I also actually will block because I'm not here for low quality content. Because you spammed us with stuff and I bam you here now too. Sorry. Because I don't want it the whole time have low quality comments and stuff, and I also don't want talks of people who didn't do T2 Linux. Because you're also not listening, I asked multiple times not to continue spamming us. Also, your website is completely strange. I don't want to have links to your website on the T2 GitHub. No mistake at the no miss. Actually, that's funny. I ask some AI. What did I open? So sometimes I ask ChatGPT a free question a day, and just for fun, I asked all right. I asked ChatGPT today to disassemble something which I didn't know, some firmware file which I didn't know what microcontroller it has. So I gave ChatGPT some binary and told it like, so to this is like to determine the likely microcontroller and disassemble it for me and make no mistakes. And then I kid you not, ChatGPT is like, I don't know which microcontroller that is, and that is too fuzzy and stuff, and I cannot give you an answer without making a mistake. It's like, okay, make mistakes. Like, how much random fuzzy stuff can you give me? It's like, yeah. So yeah, be careful. If you ask AI to make no mistakes, then AI might tell you, sorry, can't do that without mistakes. It's like, yeah. It happens to me too. I'm from the real GitHub Copilot. I have multiple accounts, weekly sessions. Now it's a pain. But the verdict is still the same. AI is stupid. You need to explain every single detail. These things. Yeah, like you. I mean, it ain't fast. So this is mostly running on in the cloud, right? This is only running few things and sending this back to the cloud. So the Steam Deck here shouldn't really limit it really that much, right? Which, I mean, yeah. Pondering things, grabbing things. So I usually give the model a concrete goal to avoid it generating more reasoning than it. I gave it the old source and some Mach64 reference source and told it to port it for Matic. Guten Feierabend. How you doing? Happy to see you. I gave it relatively limited context, right? I gave it the old X33 driver. I gave it a modern Mach64 driver with XAA restored from T2 and told it to port it to, like, how much more concrete should I have been? I told it then to port the decade-old X33 YTEC driver in X33 to X34 and later Xorg server modular to later Xorg server modular new things video pnth on driver restore XAA with restored XAA API for hardware installation. You can derive structure and API details from the things. Do you mean more? For initial work, you want most minimal thing. So you mean I should have told it to create a skeleton that just matches the PCI thing and brings it up at all? Is that what you're saying? Pondering. Now let me read the extracted plant text in full. Then test it and let it continue. I don't have the domain knowledge about exit drivers for what exactly. So so that's why I submitted you. So how long did you watch? Did you watch it nearly from the beginning or only after I pinged you from Discord? So you missed all the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes of getting started? Just to understand how much I need to explain. So I mostly was interested, I only submitted you because it was interesting from your Itanium experience. What does it do here? Oh, temp cloud, how many things plan agent output MD script. It does a scratch pad in temp cloud. I don't really want it scratch. Why does it not? I want this in my home directory. I want like home Rene Claude or here. Like, oh. Around 1930, but I'm not feeling fully well. Yeah, understood. Like, if you don't like, don't stay here. Like, I only, yeah, I totally rest and stuff. Getting some sorts out of what is it? Updated plan 4 ready to code. I thought it coded already. I thought it was busy coding. Here's Claude's plan. Port, like that was my plan 20 minutes ago. Holds 2 source trees. So originally 96, 99, 393 YTEC chipset, iMac based, cannot build standalone and pristine copy of modern driver. Not pristine with T2 patches, but XAA restore kept SA structure reference, reloadable Xorg driver user wants. The user! You speak about me in the third term. The user wants. No, I want, not the user. I want. Stop calling me the user. That's not very friendly. That's a new from scratch module targeting current Xorg lib PCI. Yes, thank you. Screen info rec hook ABI 2D accelerated restored via XAA acceleration rather than XA matching P simple min term quad based draw engine error hardware belongs to a system is custom built. This system has the custom build? No, it's a T2 build, but fine. Xorg that still ships XA headers. Yes, very well understood. That's not custom, that's T2 Linux. You better learn that. So this is confirms to be a purpose built things, reviving things. Should we teach it? It's T2 Linux. Looks like I have to rewind watch things speed from the beginning. Okay, you figured it out. It's T2 Linux, yes. So decision already confirms it's the user. Do not reiterate. Board scope. Claude has written a plan file. Things. Decision already confirmed. Do not re-litigate. Orchid, it's things. Yes, and use manually. Improve edits. This ultra plan. It's longer. Oh, it's longer. Oh, like you, I didn't realize this. I can scroll. Oh, holy shit. Thank you. I'm such a noob. I didn't realize this. Maybe we need to copy the interface to T2 Linux for like maybe that's a new T2 config of hello user. I'm your T2 system T2000. What would you like to build? Build me RISC-V. glibc. Hardware cursor. So no things. Driver layout. Things. Configure things. Readme things. Man source. Driver. Rex init console. XA. I guess that looks right, huh? P driver. Rex options. I mean, probably. Single prefix. No ATI. Still 2 tier. Generic chip family. Single prefix, no ATI 2 tier. That's fine. So since driver targets exactly one chip, and like, okay, wonderful. The future is now combined splits across things, registration, chip things, rest shared, VGA, kept things, none. Wait, what? Legacy probe, kept 4K, whatever. Which cloud? Yochi, welcome. I today for this video I shed out 21 euro. I think 19 euro plus VAT, 21 euro for Pro. Like I wanted to see the future. Everyone tells me to take a look at the future, so I invested 21 euro into the future. Maybe I get 3 euro VAT back. The thing is with these shady American companies, they never give me a proper VAT invoice to get the 3 euro VAT back from the German IRS. I really hate this, by the way. I hate that these American companies cannot do proper, like the American companies with Irish or Dutch subsidies cannot give me proper VAT invoice. That's always ridiculous. Taking the VAT but not giving it back to me. So driver things struct function unlock to things legacy driver things single comprehensive header ported 1-to-1. Yay! Legacy always clean, well organized. I mean, ported 1-to-1. I'm not sure, but take something from there. Yes, already clean, well organized. Hey, look, Foronic says delete, but Claude comes. The legacy 30-year-old legacy header is already clean and well organized. Thank you, whoever did this in 1998. Or 6 or whatever. Endian swap coordinate things, some things of stuffs only replace, fetch off base store, which index file scope volatile unsigned things control globally long word things of I'm not in the mental state to make these decisions. Basically give me something working. Mirror ATI recipe of alloc memory, the const option info table, since things pre-init bool things of screen init console. Wait, console? Wait, what the heck? Why did you say console? Ports things RAM. Where was console? Somewhere was console. Color map, CMake, port, CMake, LUT, logic, rewrite, area access, throw, init things, cursor things of. I mean it. Yeah, it made a plan. I mean, apparently you need. I mean, yeah, it's pretty verbose and explicit, but oof. Largest, highest risk file. Not flying to Mars, man. All we want to do is some isolated line drawing. Collapses the legacy, per def split things of old existing solid things of stuff of build files, AC init, yada yada, AM, build order, get something. Rendering as early as possible, then layer risk bearing pieces on top, save the two. Harry is least verifiable without hardware. I have hardware. Things. Okay, so verification. Every stage auto recon. Things XOR. Oh wait. Trap. Does it want to run XOR? Because I don't have the card in the system. Is this session? What do you mean session? I didn't see him change it, so probably default, which I think is opos. How do I determine this? KDE, AI, René. Did you say Sonnet on top of the TUI? Takes this job, takes government is watching. The model comment things change it. Can I do that right now? No. So in general that is okay. My main question is, it says here verification Xorg because the card is not plugged into the system. Should I tell it that now? Should I change this now, this testing procedure? Because the card ain't in the system. It looks only to be saying it every, wait, what? Every stage auto reconf stage 1, but it says here check Xorg style correct module load messages. Actually, it should not run Xorg on my live streaming system at all. Refine this ultra plan, what is that? Control G to port the decade-old shimming meteor? What the fuck? Port the decade-old shimmying meteor? Does this thing have humor? Does that thing have some go to 2 and say not to run Xorg 2? Yes, manually proof edits. Pondering. Did I do this wrong already? Skeleton things. Stage things pre-init. Model. Press up and edit unqueued messages. mkdir ls. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Building skeleton module, 21 minutes. So how many tokens does this pro thing have a day? I mean, I don't know, you all. I thought this would more magically just do all this stuff. Also, I think reading 2 files, now the Viper header. Is this really Viper? What's it, this hallucinated says? I mean, that truly is. I'm not feeling in control of this. Doesn't have Viper in here. Okay, it's 1993 PCI. So what was this model message? Do I need to pause that? Do I need here press up to edit queued messages? How does this work? It's being queued up. Okay, so how do I suspend that? Control Z, Control G to edit in Vim. I guess I should take a look at the YouTube messages. Escape. Oh. Do you want to create auto configure AC? Yes. No top level things. Building, no top. Do you want to create makefile AM? Copyright Adam Jackson. It says stolen another versions. So you say escape. Control T to hide tasks. Default efficient for routine tasks. What do you guys recommend? Main kernel download site was accidentally emptied, affecting Linux header and other packages. The download site. Oof. Best for everyday complex tasks. 2 times use of burn more tokens. High effort. Can we change the effort still? So I can't change it anymore. High. What did you guys recommend? Just continue with what you have. Resetting the model now will eat your tokens. Even this effort change is meh. Okay, so how to continue? Doing session optional. Find good dismiss. How is Claude doing the session optional? Bad find good dismiss. So you cannot say mediocre. You only bad or good. Look at your session transcript, improve. Oof. Your session transcript. No. Resume session. 47 minutes ago. What is this? This is, wait, what's going on here? Is it resuming or is it not resuming? What is that now? Type to search, escape to clear. I thought it did continue. Or resume. Is it doing something now or not? No? What no? Stop? What do you mean stop? Just continue? This is confusing. I wrote wait, what? I'll just continue. I know without slash. This is, why is continue not a slash continue? That's confusing. Oof. Okay, so verdict is still the same. AI is stupid and yeah, it's pretty stupid. I thought it magically does it in like 30 minutes. I didn't know I need to babysit it like this. ICD clock synthesize programming code things number 9. Harry, what? I think it's some hallucinated shit, but basically it's doing here, it's doing a pretty pointless stuff. I should have told it not to do it a readme. I mean, I don't need to pay tokens for bloody readme. Magically do things without instruction context. I thought this was enough. I thought I say here's old stuff, here's the new stuff, and like, and then 30 minutes later it's done. Like, not like this. This is like just do edits. I know I never did this before. I thought it's more automatically. Everyone told me it's magic. Vim, the first time you slow too. I mean, most of the time it's burning tokens to figure stuff out. So with I hope with allowing it to do edits, I hope it's not starting Xorg, right? Would it still prompt me for the next type of different actions like running make or starting Xorg? Or did I gave it now permission to do everything else like hates? Okay, out API compat, okay, YOLO. Yes, what it will. I ask, is this or is this like a yes, no, maybe thing? And it's like, it can only edit, it cannot start without. But it had this in the plan. In the plan it said it will run Xorg to verify. So, I mean, the good thing is it. Oh, but that's a user mode setting with Oof. Actually, I don't know what happens if... Actually, hey, user mode driver things. Actually, maybe this thing could, if it run Xorg now. Oof, I don't know what happens then with Wayland. But you can also just queue up down test. And it should remember that. Okay, what it's doing here. The problem is with this AI stuff, you can never be sure how precisely it copied this stuff, right? And at the end, you might need... Because if I manually copy the file over, it's the file. When I ask AI to hallucinate this stuff, then it might have random changes. Yeah, I've seen this. I reacted, but that is a compat. Like basically, that's the right thing to do. This compat header. That what this compat header does is this Xorg people, they keep changing the API every other year, so they have a compat header that has tons of defines of mapping APIs with various years of. Yeah. I've seen it with Python scripts to do large text copies. Yeah, I mean, in a way, you're right. I mean, it's asking whether to, like, it in the plan it had, like, reuse this file one-to-one. I mean, maybe it does CP that file then. What is the... Yeah, I mean, I'm doing this on a custom APU Steam Deck, right? I could have done it on my Ryzen, but... I mean, you see, it's mostly, of course, thinking in a data center and burning all the water and eating all the kids' food, so... Okay, because they have limited tooling, over time expects them to add more tools for common tasks. So yeah, this copyright stuff there is basically okay-ish. That's hallucinated. I mean, maybe it even copied this from the Mach64 header. Plus 4 lines, plus 1 pending, completed, things pre-init option, things of... I mean... So how do I see token costs? Like, is there some costs like thing? Usage. Current session, 40 resets, Europe, Amsterdam. Total cost, $13 fucking $30? Holy chip smoke, things of Cloud Sonnet 5, things of holy chipmunks, this is 20. Yeah. Thank goodness we can still do that. Also, I wanted for weeks already. If you're wondering, I do it totally random stuff. No, I had testing AI stuff on like this particular driver on my to-do for a while. And today's the day. Late things, independent character usage, not a breakdown of usage from heavy sessions. Each thing's run usage was 552. Longer sessions are more expensive even when cached. Usage came from sub-agents under Explorer. Skills, init, 5% Explore plan. I pressed escape. Is it still? I hope escape was only closing. I hope it's still working, right? It looks working. Searching for one pattern. SEDN. This is crazy. SEDN 320. Like holy shit. This is so low quality. I'm shocked how low quality this text extraction is. This is ridiculous. That's an API rate which doesn't apply to Yosef's. Yeah. I'm aware that I'm not paying $13 additionally. But I'm totally aware that this is the API rate of what kinda virtually accounts towards my subscription. So, code graph and RTK. Make searching the code much more efficient. What the heck is that? It's the first time I hear that. Also, it's getting a bit fresh here. I mean, fresh is good. It's just not. I don't want it after record heat. I don't want to get it cold. I think my drink is also coming to an end. These tools should be in the harness but aren't yet. Where is it? Searching to patterns? This is ridiculous. Somehow I'm not impressed. This stuff feels very redneck YOLO together. Okay, so many YouTube comments. Wait, what? Where is it? Oh, here. So, yeah, sorry that I missed so many YouTube comments. I'm just so busy staring at the AI. I'm just so busy watching the AI doing it. Holy shit, do we have many YouTube comments? I need an assistant to read these comments. Okay, what is the most recent comment? 13, because it reads 60 million tokens cache before starting write code. Computer grows brr. You need to press to proceed A. What does it ask? Oh, thank you. Do you want to proceed? Run reading things from grab struct clock range. Yeah, I'm running this. You're totally right. I'm also kind of paranoid, but this is a live streaming only thing. I don't have proprietary like I literally have next to nothing. I've only my live streaming setup and T2 and some random downloads. I'm not working from this. I'm only live streaming from this. This is yeah, running it in a VM and then giving it permissions to do whatever is certainly go useful. Would already probably thank you much. Waiting on me again. What? Find INAME PCI. Want to proceed? Why is it? I mean, you can't even go take a piss here. Like the thing is like want to proceed with what the heck things reading from include. Just include. Permission thing. You save. You want it. Do you want it safe or don't take a piss? I mean, thankfully, I'm good at live streaming 8 hours without taking a piss, so that's not the biggest issue. But I mean, if I go do my telephone conference and email answering, then I come back and it stalled in some question for like 20 minutes. It's like basically have become a loop of laying down bed and pressing enter. Don't like auto mode. Calm down, bro. Rum and flesh things, country are absurd, ridiculous things, impossible. Bro, that's not your country, it's worldwide. Like, prices are like double, triple, or 10 times all over the bloody place. It's not your country, it's a global market. 5-year-old Samsung SSD having random latency spikes during sustained reach, which can cause all of my silly slowdowns. Maybe leveling, maybe rewriting some. Maybe it's worn out a bit. Actually, so where do I? Okay, so many questions. Better to Claude to read reference existing code learn coding pattern. It's better to tell Claude to read reference and existing code to learn. I gave that, right? Cold i61. I gave it the old driver, and what do you mean? I gave it the old driver and a new driver. I hoped. I hope that's enough. Edit, so what else did we suggest? Checking LLM usage, open into client 2 usage, and we just did this. Edit 5 lines. And this thing is slower than an intern. At least when I was an intern. Have it write out findings, start a new session and use Opus. Is enough usage left. Not changing this now. Probably multiple sandboxing things, container things. Okay, so Trap said tools. Where do are this like open source things that I can install on my system or what? AI burns water. Yeah, it steals the water from the surrounding family homes. It's drinking the water. But if Python's available, it will just write scripts to do task. Where did you say the tool suggested use CodeGraph and RTK? Who does it faster? Things new code base actually 3 right. Well, you would take this driver, you would take the 25-year-old driver and rename it. I mean, it, like most of the things were like basically, I would take 2 editor windows and copy all the YTech code into the ATI thing. I mean, for a whole data center, that's, I mean, it's not like running natively on my Steam Deck. Like for a whole data center, this feels a little bit slower. I mean, for state of the art, for the best of the frontier. I mean, okay, it's not it's not using the frontier model, but like for state of like for the biggest of the AI companies, I expected a little bit better. How much internet transfer things does it even do here? Or in okay, that's my live stream. Now let's write VGAHC thing. Legacy whole things mapped wire map legacy needed only by to save restore font data out of VGA plan 2 across a VT switch. The intern who could do that would not want to get hired. What do you mean? Extracting some potential of the model. Vanilla Debian things best for Vanilla Debian or Ubuntu. T2 is best for programming. I only use T2 Linux. You can run it with dash desk, get permission, dangerous primitive if you don't want to keep clicking this, but I tend to want to ask for permission for anything. Yeah, maybe that would be the best thing to run it like just do insecure, do all like this. So CodeGraph, you said CodeGraph and RTK. Pre-index code knowledge, this one. RTK git CLI proxy LLM token consumption. So you were saying I should package those for T2 Linux? That's what you're saying, right? Soon out of disk space. What? Me? Oh. I don't need the last T2 release, right? Delete snapshot. What more can we delete? Thank you for the warning. I guess I can delete this. That's my old T2 install. What is it? Hotfix SuperTux? YOLO. So that's my old T2 install. I switched to that's sys5 init. I hope. or it should be. Now we have more free space. The problem is I have here less space because what is Claude cooking? It's supposed to port a. So I hope we don't get swatted again. That's just a big city life. Then this is just people, overheating over caps lock in. If you have a problem with your keyboard, I suggest your good keyboard here. Like if your caps lock is stuck, like here, don't delay. Proper keyboard. Dumb question, but how does it even write type sizes and build multiple architectures? What are you doing? I'm new to this. So we are the creator and lead developer of T2 Linux. And today is the day we, most people know me from viral YouTube videos like writing a USB driver from scratch in 2 hours. And today's the day I wanted to see the magic of AI. Today is the first day where I use agentic AI. Because everyone tells me, but AI would do it faster. Now we stare on AI editing 64 lines at a time and searching for patterns. So we test AI by telling it to port a 30-year-old X33 driver to that never was ported to X34 and later XOC server. Because I wanted to see how the magic of AI would perform here. Now fix things to prototype according to and fix things of thingy things. And of course we test Claude on T2 Linux. I've got to go to a meeting. Thank you for tuning in and good luck with your meeting and thank you for your suggestions. Might be a question, but how does it know the right type sizes and build for multi? Which one, the AI? Is it working using AI or your what? Is it working using AI in your this looks Stone Age. I expected like this is so Stone Age. I want to do this AI startup now. Like I'm shocked how bad that is. I'm shocked that the best of the industry did not deliver a more swiftly like for that running on a megawatt gigascale data center that is shockingly slow. I mean, I didn't give it a humongous task. Like I gave it a relatively limited task of like, here's some old source, here's some new source, makes this old driver a new driver, which I mean, I probably could do in a day, but I mean, yes, I probably do it the first time wrong and stuff. Skazi, from now on you can't call me AI Rene. There's no need to further, like, to continue calling me KDE Rene when I'm the AI Rene. What models? Cloud, Paid Pro, not Fable. 100,000 is a lot for one task. What's it doing? Is it still doing something? Thinking more. I find this what I see. I find very slowish and limited for. I mean, sure, we're not overpaying. It's the cheapest subscription, but meh. Using Sonnet 4, not you're using Sonnet 4, not. Was it not slightly called? Yeah, we're not using the best. It's totally right. I use only Klaus. Like Dew, you might be using Klaus, but I use Horst. Like Laskazi, I raise here Horst. Nothing over my Horst. Horst will do that. Klaus. You have not seen Horst doing its thing. But running 10 shell commands, searching for like this is so. I should have asked Trap before Trap went to the meeting. Trap is probably like, Trap, if you're still here, how should I use these tools? Like if I add these tools here now, how should I tell it to use? Or would it automatically use these tools if they'd be here? And yes, I know you said you went to a meeting. I could literally let this run overnight and live stream Claude doing Claude things over. I should have run this in a tmux, so that I could have let it run overnight. Just follow the instructions on the page. How can I log out and continue? Like, can I, if you have a second, like, how do I resume that and run it in the tmux so it can run overnight without a console visible on the screen? Meeting was moved. Oh, there is some skill or something that tells markdown thing and things command things. Just follow the instructions. Okay. Just for instructions, code graph, one release, things, okay. From the same folder, open tmux from Control-C, then resume. Things, you can escape now and stop it and resume from the folder. Okay, we can do this later. Let's, 20 minutes, 160,000. I mean, for that being a relatively, yeah. Put in the background, open tmux, split the screen and bring it back. Yeah, we do this slightly later. Alternatively, okay, I don't really want to interrupt the thing now. Let's not touch this thing, and thank you so much for the super things. Appreciate this so much. You should write your own AI harness. Yeah, I mean, I have no illusions that we will not just write our own AI thing, but like, I'm disappointed. Oops. Let's package the things. What did we get here? Oh, Cypher, this was some garbage. Search ponytail plugin for Claude. Put things, kill the terminal, all the context gone. Key. If he kills the terminal, all the context is gone. The context is safe in the session. Gives the Claude resume things. Claude can actually manipulate tmux and have some integration. For instance, you can spawn multiple Claude instances and get quirk tree things. It's a lot of harness knowledge, very fragmented, very opinionated how you tune your agent. It's hard to give a sample of here's how. You can exit by hitting Ctrl-C, and when you restart Cloud-C or use a session, it will tell you and set what resume. With RTK installs hooks into Cloud, which automatically use RTK. It installs hooks into Cloud, automatically tells find grep and things, checking internal bash tools. The ID. When Control-C outputs the ID. One challenge with tools is that everything doesn't think the same things. Things. What is it doing? Error editing file. Good. This is the end of the file lines. Total. Let me append after it uses unique trailing context. Error editing file. What? What? Don't tell me we did run out of disk space already in that moment when... I'm not sure why there was error. The disk space we deleted some minutes ago already. Running shell command, which auto recon things of package config things do you want to proceed? Xorg macros missing. Running shell command. All tools are present. Requires approval. CD things. Yes, and do not ask again for package. Okay. I mean, that's truly intern babysitting level here. I mean, yes, I should run it in a VM and I should run it in a container and give it like do all the permissions, like just do everything. Succeeded. Now run configure. build drive to build the driver against the SDK. Yes, and don't ask again. I mean, if the live stream disappears, you know that Claude killed it. Harnesses are still very young and kinda suck. I think in a year they will be far more complex and integrated. In a year, I think in a year some cloud companies might be bankrupt. 4F proto things of package config, running 2 shell commands. What? What does it want to do? Why does it do that? For FNX proto thing. Package config and RxX commands and similar commands. And what does it want? A package config configure. My team has its own research. It's complex. Welcome everyone. Compact modifies the context by making summary of the session. Funny AI choose the task. Funny AI Doubter chooses a task of 120k tokens for its. I thought that's a tiny project. What do you mean? I thought that's a tiny thing. That's stuff that I normally do on a rainy afternoon. Find stuff of why does it want to run these things? LD config? Why does it need to run these commands? I've never in my life run command in 30 years of Unix history. Why does it need to do that? Why? It should run configure make. Why does it want? Why? Who trains this shit? Was it trained on drunk monkeys or what? I don't get this. Just say no. Export package config things of like why? All tools are present. Let's run auto recon and configure. Maybe I should really not, because it can. It wants, like, because it's in the mood to run random shit. This Xorg. Minimal pre-init. I'm a little bit perplexed what is now the issue. Updating. Package config modules. I'm some random shit. Are you using 1 million or 200,000? Today I subscribed for Pro, so it's probably, what was it, usage? It's probably soon. Oh, it already costed $28. I used some plan. No, let's lip server things not correctly detected. No, let's build it. Yes, please. No, let's build it. And what are you doing? Somehow this is. Damn! I should have done. Did you just stop it? Did I stop it again? Continuing, or did I press escape too much? Shit, did I press escape one too many to make things X server now continue things. Do you want to proceed this commands make things tail 150? So it's using tail to limit the token count? It's like this is a cost saving measure or what? I guess. What does it make? So it's not using make J. Let's rebuild. This extraction triggers me. I mean, reading files with SED, like you, I mean, I used SED a lot in my life, but like, holy shit. You can press Ctrl O, set command output and some combo exit in the view. At any singular request, there is a final amount of tokens it can process. Boolean. You can press Ctrl O. To see the full command output and some combo to sum and the same combo to exit. My impression is that it's pretty redneck, and like I know I said this often today, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but my expectations were higher with all the hype. This does not live up the hype. And somehow I feel before, I mean, yes, that sample size 1, let me wipe code a month. Hey, shall I subscribe? Let's wipe code a month. What will be our findings? Will we be more happier? This is why you need RT key things better. Cloud read, understand. Call Elon. Fuck it, that sounds like fun. What, a month? Should retry playing Opus and plan some Sonnet 5 maybe next time. To be honest, really these wipe coders is like aesthetic to brain to not make a thing, in general garbage code not production ready. Yeah, what I've seen, like especially our low quality local models, the Graver, the Graver, welcome, long time now, maybe see, I don't remember. Finding will be that credit cards have their limits. Well, we sold some exact scan recently. Our sales are up. Also, did you recently Shellac subscribe already? Yeah, I mean, obviously that's why the next project did ban AI contribution, which wasn't Godot or so. It definitely well spent then. I will not spend all my exact scan earnings on AI though. Should ask on harness these wannabe AIs also probably qualify at some. Also, I wouldn't qualify. Wait, that's the easiest. Well, what do you mean? That's my weekends. It's finally rainy. That's finally rainy. Let's like I copy and pasted, wrote a USB driver from scratch in 3 hours for the Linux kernel, which I mean that was just taking the old files and changing the API a little bit. I mean, in 3 hours I could do that myself. What is the point if that stuff is not significantly faster than 3 hours? I thought I started with the easy. It didn't start with language or microkernel. I thought like let's port these easy things here. Not easy for anyone, lol. Yeah, probably not easy for an bash CD. How do you, it asks something. Grep, source, hertz. Compound command contains CD with output direction. Manual approval is needed. Also, welcome to Graver. How are you doing? Long time no see, I think, maybe. Okay, we wanted to package stuff while this AI is hallucinating. Which subsystem? Any work NetDev or what? Any recent work? I don't do network is the stuff I did the least. So this is Xorg. That's user space Xorg. Because you change pseudo anyways every month, it doesn't need to be reliable. No, seriously, stuff is not changed fully every month. Have you seen how garbage Instagram is for decades already? Why do you work for an office instead of working home since you don't have employees? Because at home my child and girl jump the whole day. Like at home I get nothing done. What do you mean? Because I'm a serious company. I'm not some unsuccessful one-man loser. Also at home I have one computer, and my precious collection of computers would get destroyed between my girl and my son of touching everything. Do my son, like my son disassembles everything. He got a RC car for Christmas, and like after driving with his RC car for 2 days, he disassembled it. Now it's in pieces. I mean, that's obviously the right thing to do. Also, like when my son was 2, he put paper clips in my SGI Origin. He's like, it's like I sit here, and then it's like click, click. Is it some? Son, what's this? Papa? My SGI, my Origin 300 was full with paper clips. Like all the all the office paper clips were in the Origin 300. Like all. It was a mountain. You things. Yes, he's learning, of course. Oh, do you want to proceed? For fin contains simple. Like, do you want to think what? Do you want to proceed? Yes, I want to proceed. I want to see results. Register value, things of. Vibing a non-trivial ghosty feature is a good person who was thinking, then it for sure can be good. Okay, Trap, as you are here, I have one more question. So, if I want to use the clanker on some serious issue, not this toy stuff, let's say we have this issue that IO-MMU does not work on AM5, on consumer AM5, at least on mine. Maybe I even buy a second board to test, like an AM5 X 800 something there. What is it? 800, 670, 870. How do I tell this thing? Okay, I would tell this. So if I want to do, if I want to auto boot, like let's say I put the second system here that it needs to reboot, I would tell it build the kernel, use secure shell to copy the output to this NFS server directory. Here is the serial console on dev tty something, and how would I have this clanker auto cycle a second system to? This would just work similar. I would just tell it use this command, use that command. I guess. Have you ever done that? Look into Hermes agent for kind of automation on repeat. You could write a skill, a harness for it to use. It sounds like work. I thought it should proceed. What does it want to know? Exit? Mag clean, bash command, clean things off, tail things. Similar commands in. It asks for clean. We should package this other two packages. Clanker is LLMist. Execs executes command, modifies files, find things, driver SO. The module is correctly exported, exactly matches what the exec would look at. Stages are now implemented, building cleanly. Let me update the task list and do a final review post. Did we clank that in like 2 hours? That would be 1 hour faster than I would estimate myself doing that manually. If it works. Searching for patterns. What platform are you on? Platform as in cloud AI? Pick VM, similar would help. Favorite wipe code streamer. Happy to hear that. Deutscher Johnny. The man page substitution worked correctly too. Let's do a final listing, complete tree, and confirm everything is in order. So that would be approximately 68% use of some virtual $36, for which we paid €20 in 1 hour and 2 minutes of API time, of 1.5 hour of wall clock time. Summary. Churn for 5 minutes. Git init and commit the driver. So when I now one step at the time. You're shocked to see me web coding. Yes, I'm too. I feel so dirty. I feel like a prostitute. Although maybe they feel good, I don't know. But it feels dirty. Only live on this channel. Only on your favorite late night show with your host René Rebe do we compare wipe coding with escort girls. So if I now git init and commit the driver, it will cost me money, right? Like if I follow this suggestion, this will burn tokens, right? If I use the clanker to git init and commit the driver, I guess. Okay, so I better do that manually to save some money. The question, will it work? Where did I put this? X3. What was the name of this? Which path am I in? Probably the last edit. X1. So X3 things P9000. We have things amazing. What did it do? Okay, that's a compat API thing. Master private things, it's a from scratch things, historically things, modern. Okay, what did it implement here? Ethel, hardware cursor, zinc on green. Holy chipmunks. Save ET, restore, read things. You know what we could do? Like we could use a future here. We could Kate here. That doesn't work like this. I hoped it. No. Okay, then we don't use a future. I'm most interested in. Does it have driver or stuff? Pre-init, driver init, probe. Did it not do ethyl? It has some XAA. Did it not wire that up? Init LU table, clear 0. What? Is this even the correct? This looks somehow sus. I've never, don't remember. Yeah, that is the danger, right? I mean, I looked at the old driver years ago. I mean, at the end, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, does it work? We kind of run out of 2100. We will test this soon. Which switch AI pattern matcher? Why use open code? Would you do a cheap model to execute simple tasks such as min-max M3? Way too expensive. Go Chinese with open code. Yeah, sure. I wanted to see. I mean, it's not state of the art. It's not frontier model, but just do it yourself. Yes, of course. You're supposed to destroy the web coders, not join them. I'm not joining them. But realistically, I wanted to see. So first of all, I had this on my to-do. I said this in the beginning. I had this on my to-do to test wipe coding with this driver because that driver is missing. I basically wanted to see what can this stuff do. And it's not as amazing as the marketing makes it sound. Also, I'm totally aware that if I write I mean, the question is, do you want to see me wipe coding a microkernel, or do you want to see me writing a microkernel? Because the question is also, given that I'm not 29 anymore, the question is, if we want to finish a microkernel before I retire, should we wipe code a microkernel? What did I want to check? No, I forgot what I wanted to check. Are you going to review the code or ignore it like a true wipe? I've started to review it. I will test this. I forgot what I wanted to check there. But the other thing, I hope I made a photo. So I auctioned. I could go to my collection, and so I of course have this card. Why do I do this? Because I have this GPU. And so P. The question here? No, it's Matrox. The thing is, it's somewhere in my collection, and like getting it out of my collection literally takes longer than scrolling Instagram. The question is, will we find it with Ytech? Which one? It was Ytech P. Is this might be mine? Is it mine? That's mine here. I never thought I shout out to the, like, someone donated this. I always wanted this. I mean, it sits here next to my connections, things like this. I thought I will never ever see that. Like, it's so cool that someone donated this to me. That is so cool. The question is, so that's not my card. What did I want? Ytech. Okay, YOLO. We will get this card out soon and test it. We will not only review this code. We will make it. We will test it and make it work. Okay, so here's some hardware acceleration. That's not the most calling convention or carries appropriate value things. This here is a little bit sus. Why do they do this? ALU. Why is this not constant time initialization? This here should be. Why do they do that like that? Why did AI do that like that? That looks meh. Man. Where's the ethyl code? TNT. Hello, does it not have acceleration? What does orchid mean? What card is that? $1994. I don't know which cards this is I have. I hope this supports P9000. Because I think I have that. Let's hope that's supported. No, I don't watch. I have code to wipe code. I don't have time for sports. I'm not a football fan. Change in mind mostly do, like change struct inks or things. I'm not burning my token to ask why seeing human everyone is quite deep. Seeing humans everywhere? What? What do you mean? Does it build? It pretended it built. I just was wondering what's the acceleration? I thought this bloody driver had acceleration. Line solid. Oh, this looks somehow strange. Point win? Why is this file name here? So like 1996 file names are something else. Oof, this stuff looks ugly. Where did it place it? I think it placed it here. It builds without warning. Questions, will it work? As it would be certainly. The thing is to properly live stream it, I would not only need to get I don't have a board on my bench table today. I would need to get a board out, like any board. I would need to get this YTech P9000 out. I mean, we could init this already to GitHub. I only wonder that I have the suspicion this XAA is not wired up. I mean, this here sounds like this should be compile time initialized. I don't know why it does this here. That's meh. This feels compile time constant, compile time initializable. That's bullshit. Damn it. Oh, because it's native shit. We will also polish this. We will test it, and it probably will not work. We will make it work. Oh no, there's XAA in screen. Why does it do this in why did AI do that in screen? Normally you would do that in driver, I would think. The question now is, which card do I have? Let me quickly check my eBay history. Let's ship it exactly. Let's it builds. Let's notify Phoronix. Reviewing the code is a waste of time. Why would be reviewing the code be a waste of time? Because it's vintage. Initially, I was review the AI generated code was like, wow, that's shitty code. Once you let it go and maintain, you get 10x. Once you let it go off that mentality, you get 10x productivity. No, code needs to be higher quality than garbage. I mean, that's somewhat looking okay code for this style of XOR. I mean, that's standard XOR code. That's okay-ish. Open code is Chinese. No, open code was open code, not some Austrian, but it's also open source. did someone like OpenAI not, did someone not buy the open code developer? Was it not, did not Anthropic hire slash buy them something? Actually, so that is what I wanted to ask Trap. How, if I make edits now, let's say we test this, like let's say first of all I review it, I make some edits. How do I tell AI that I made changes? Probably I only tell it, like, how is this with this context? Okay, so you're saying it doesn't store this all in memory context anyway, so basically I don't, and it, yeah, that's what you're saying, I don't really need to. So basically I modify it. So I don't even mention it or what. So I improve the code. I would only instruct it to do the next thing, right? So I clean it up, I test it, maybe I touch up some things, like maybe fix a bug or two. And if I then feel like it should continue something, I would tell it, now do that and fix that, I guess. It has a memory and some details might be stored, but it might store random info and might notice it changed. You can mention it, stumble upon change, it might get confused in a second, wasting reasoning tokens. It's not a waste of tokens to have a re-evaluate a code base array. Is it not a waste of tokens to have to re-evaluate the code base array prompt? I have the suspicion it only works on, like, to save tokens, it only works on the, like, it even runs here with head-150 or whatnot. So it appears that it only works with a very limited subset of context anyway to save tokens, is my impression. If you commit first, it can read the git log and see what you changed. It won't do that generally. And there are caches, you force integration. I mean, okay, okay, so don't waste tokens. The context will load your changes and will take it from there. I don't know, sometimes it would overwrite my stuff. Open code is US, the model it makes available international. I think wasn't open code some Austrian developer? Team behind open code was Project J Things founder. Okay, whatever. Maybe I misremember that. The Austrian Jeff is 4P. OpenClaw. What? Open code. Yes. I mixed this with OpenClaw. I see. I see. This agenda. Let me just check my eBay history. Just as I remembered, 9,100. So we apparently wipe coded the driver for. What was that here? Add things good. Let's hope that doesn't delete any shit. thought Git was clever enough. I hoped it were clever enough, but it wasn't. Copying things, stuff, depcomp. I think this file should probably not in there. I mean, docs memory, cloud-wide memory, possession data. Okay, so that here is reasonable. Is this all? Seriously? Totally not web coded. Can you have not seen anything here? Don't tell the Xorg developers who don't want to have this vintage driver that we web coded it. Which email address do I even use going forward? I have too many email addresses. Yeah, whether to commit the compile. I think this and this should probably not be in there. Also missing maybe the question, or it should say nah. The problem is, what I really hate is packages that not auto-configured. So basically we could check it in. So historically it wasn't the best practice, but normally I would generate them on release tarball. But given that Git does auto-generate things, we can also we can just commit it there, and we have auto tarballs with this file where the user puts stuff system-wide, things not position data, things and stuff. So whatever. To open code things, powerful AI models. Do you get for $10 a month subscription to other cloud? Like, are they acting like a proxy for using others? Though the thing is, I don't really want to web coding. Like, basically, I feel already this totally destroyed the brain. And actually, other people working at Big Fung, people told me so, that they totally degrade their ability to code. I'm not sure how much we will web code here. The question is, we should package those two packages, which we already did this for over 2 hours today, so maybe later. The question now, I have a driver which is not is not for the cards that I have. I outsmarted myself again very, very well. Where did I tar download that here? Was there never a... Because I actually have a P90-100. So I'm aware of this driver, but that driver is for Sparkbook only, which is why I didn't really bother with it. I mean, yes, it probably could be. I mean, yeah, we could have sources. NetBSD, there is, oh wait, X3. This is some NetBSD only, Sparkbook only driver, which probably is too cursed. I was aware of this, but I think using the generic thing is probably. Don't tell me there never was a driver for that thing. Wait, there was a second driver? There was a P9X00 driver. Ah, damn it. Yeah, the old... Oh, shit, like... We wasted tokens of porting the wrong thing. Ah, damn it. This is so stupid. We should have grabbed this bloody driver more before we... Oh, holy shit, is that stupid. Cool. We wasted water and children's food for bloody nothing. I mean... remember mostly what I did. Yeah, this is an X3 code. Like when the thing is, when I was 16 and I came to Lusix can you mine token there? Matter of how long things in manual coding, not if. It's just a matter of how long you hold on manually coding, not if. I'm not so much of like if all the AI, like if the world goes down and like if all the, have you seen the big bubble of AI financing and SpaceX and things? Like if also, have you seen the state of US governments? Like if the world, if the free West world as we knew it ends like next year, then we will all go back to pencils and Stone Age and things and stones and abacus and stuff. Okay, we used the wrong driver. Oh, this is stupid. I could not come to my mind that they have a second driver. Yeah, this when I was 16 and I came to this Linux thing, I was like, this X3 was a complete clusterfuck. It was ridiculous. Here, let's waste more tokens. Yeah, this is of course like preparation, right? Like basically lesson learned, be more clever than this. Prepare better. I thought I had prepared. But to be fair, I looked at this years ago and was like, nah, okay, another day. Couldn't even come to my mind in 2026 that there were two differently stupid drivers. Q is it stupid. Thank goodness we have a clanker and tell it to. Oh, they initialize that even here is okay. Yeah, it is what it is. We cannot change this. No, we lost here. That's what you get for quickly live streaming this. It's like yeah. Actually, they runtime look. The AI copied that here. They set up Rob stuff that was done so stupidly. Oh, that is. Wait, they do this for each Rob? Oh, when do they call that? What stuff have they written here? Okay, so crunched. What? Get in it? No. You didn't put docs in X3, but regarding, I did intentionally not put. You mean the PDF? I intentionally didn't put the PDF because I didn't want. I thought the old driver is relatively complete-ish, and I didn't want to waste tokens on the PDF. So you would be you say you would be interesting. So it would be interesting for you to see what the clanker finds from the PDF, is what I hear you saying. Compare what it did there, what it thinks it missing something, could still be. I wanted to say now, add support for more chips from the sources in the additional old x33 sources in. That is what I wanted to. I want my middle button XORG paste back, man. Man. If you type, it can be used to point to file deers. Okay, add. Oh, wow, the future. Oh. But it doesn't do that here. Okay. So would you rather see that, or do you want to see the PDF? I feel like the PDF might burn way more tokens because it's 300 pages of stuff. It is more efficient to do that. Do what you're doing. This here? Scampering. Images. Things. What does it do here again? LSL echo P. What the fuck? Why does it do stuff so strange? Did it learn nothing in years of AI kindergarten training? Did you know you can drag and drop files into your terminal? No, I didn't know that. Doesn't need to find it. I hoped it would be obvious that it's there and doesn't need to find it, what I gave it already to. Okay, so you all, I missed you quite some comments on YouTube. How would it? You gave it a random text. Well, for me it was clear that this random text was the file, but this is substantially larger multi-sub multi-deck driver. You corner p-things lines that adds p100 plus several discrete dot clock families. Let me research it thoroughly before deciding how to integrate it. Yeah, we should have started from that. I didn't know that there are two drivers. It's of course a worst case thing, but certainly a reminder that AI is only clinking as good, like LLMs are only clinking as good as the information you, as Trap always says, preparation and precise prompting or things is everything. I just didn't expect there are two old bloody fucking drivers that nobody ever like do. I also don't understand, like X33 was such a different. Like they had, I mean, yeah, they had multiple drivers. They had like turned like 8-bit, and this was a time of like 16-bit versus 256 SVGA color stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, it's pointless to whine about. Like mistakes were made. The best we can do out of that is learn from that here. That is funny here, grabbing for vendors. This is so funny to me. Here, at least we learn grab. RNIE, Diamond Orchid number 9, Viper, killers, things, thingy things. Yeah, but still, I mean, I would still expect it to first look the file up where the user gave a valid file and only try to find it if it's not finding that. But I mean, somehow this is off by one directory because when I typed add, I mean, maybe I could have add // because it wanted to autocomplete in this X3 or folder or whatever. I mean, we still have some tokens today. The cost is funny that we subscribe for €20 and get 38 total cost things here, but do you want to proceed? Grab in things of PCI. What the fuck? Why does it want PCI IDs? I didn't ask for it. It should have all the PCI IDs and like holy. So a normal human wouldn't do that. I mean, okay, I could have told no. I mean, maybe I should sometimes tell it no. It's cheaper per thing than usage charge. Yeah, it's a little bit funny. Then look it up. Look what up things. It has the processor text too. Then look it up. What is a finite thing that it doesn't? I mean, maybe I should have told it no. It should have the PCI IDs in this folder. It's a little bit funny. Okay, the only YouTube comments I missed were way up there from an hour ago. Someone hates the UI UX of Cloud Code, so I'm using OpenCode GPT XI and pretty good. I cannot rest your mind, can only do what you ask, it cannot read. Yeah, but it should have the driver in there. It should not somehow start to hunt PCI IDs in system files. It's a little bit. Yeah, this will probably take another hour. Okay, you know what we should have done? We should have run it in a Tmux. Common kernel. It's a lot more efficient and quicker with common kernel dev tasks as how to look up a PCI render, find a symbol, how to test a config. I mean, that sounds so generic that I wouldn't waste tokens on that to be. Resume when you left it. Things. I just don't want to interrupt it in the middle of things and waste even more tokens now, given I have only €20 of things. Yeah, it is what it is. We cannot change it now. I mean, it came to 100. I didn't even tell it to that. Recap, porting the legacy, modern things, driver accelerate things, register has been hardware verified, yet disable recaps in config at support for more. Oh, I typo. Yeah, it will probably take another hour or two. I'm a little bit disappointed that I make such a noob mistake of using the wrong driver. Couldn't, but yeah, it is what it is. If I interrupt it here in the middle, does someone of you know, do I waste tokens if I interrupt this and resume in a minute? Like the opus is intentionally slow for like a week now, really slow even on easiest tasks. Will not waste tokens by interrupting. Okay, now it's exploring. What is it? Escape to interrupt. What was the consensus? Escape and Control C. Cloud resume. Tmux. Cloud resume. Yes. Topsy things. Twiddling. Frosting. Continue or resume to resume. Tmax focus events off. Interrupted. What should? Is it doing what it's supposed to? Web search. Why does it want a web search? This is something interrupted. What web search? Why does it want a web search? This render. This is somehow sus. Why is this so slow? Oh, we are somehow, something is something here with out of memory things or whatnot. That's not ideal. Oh man, that is worst case for live stream, of course. Running out of memory. Thank you, companies. Quit Firefox, free memory. Just all memory consumed by Firefox. Marinating. Where's the rest of my, the rest is gone. Yeah, we need to go anyway. It is late here on this side of the pond. Probably can close here some things, everything, like too many tabs, too much memory. Memory expensive these days. Attempt BT. Window.I port space reference. I mean, I don't have VLB, so same chip things as low risk. Reference driver, the reference has full working clock things for ramdoc and things AT&T detect positive if short things support only returned BT family. Wait, what? Huh? No, I'm not sure what I selected. Some of the selection was strange. User answered. What did I answer now? What did it think? IBM things, attempt BT. 2 things. User answered. No, I don't understand. What did I answer here? 2 more wiper we haven't added. Oh, it proactively grabbed the PCI things and found more. Add source tool extending the chip table, yes. Ah, here's the answer with the Unicode error. Amazing, right? The only thing is, can I log into my Steam Deck from home? I usually don't do that. Do I even have a key here? Oh, I have one. Amazing. Now the problem is I need to disable suspend. How do we disable suspend? Here? When we want to wake, if we want the AI marinating overnight. So it should work, right? Does on AC power, what does it marinate? Planning, reading? And laptop things, dim, turn, power management. When inactive, do nothing. And power button, show log. Oh, did I have this disabled already? I mean, if it's suspended, it's not the end of the world. I can see you, yes. Much. OpenCount seems to be a much product to use from with better interaction. OpenCode. You mean better? As you're experiencing, using AI is really boring, just waiting, correcting, waiting. Yeah. It takes the fun out of coding for, but what do you want to accomplish? Have fun, make something 10x faster without... this is not really 10x. I mean, I started with the wrong driver. It's crazy that they implemented animating text blinking things overnight unattended. I mean, what should it do? Take over the whole office? I mean, so I would normally not just wait, right? You could, like, normally you would do other things. He doesn't have. It doesn't have subversion. It doesn't have T2 access rights. It's running as user where I don't have. Yeah. Next time I will run it in a VM. Port all he do thing over to Git from Skynet launch nukes. Yes. That is, I mean, hey, it's not running as root. I mean, yeah, maybe it could break a password. um, generating a rainbow password, rainbow tables, and crack all the hashes. Where someone let open claw loose on big sellers, this might random issues to the user and commit a bunch of nonsense all over the place. Compromised. I mean, yeah, it could actually misuse my Firefox and all the stored session cookie things. That's probably not. I mean, we're getting into Terminator T1 and T2 territory here, right? I mean, the thing is, if it do harmful things, it would also do them now. Like, it could literally, in the background, I mean, letting it run unsupervised is like, basically, it could, while we speak, like, it could actually access all my, all right. Mine runs in VM with HTTP proxy with very selective allow list. Yeah, that's probably better. That's certainly better. Plan design, expand chip support things. I mean, now the name here is a little bit extra, but maybe name we could later SED this to PX. Although, actually, honestly, I like the P9000 name more than P9X. It's you know what, I can just leave it. Like, why make or? So yeah, I have to go. Probably basically denial. Yo, I think this would have taken a lot more time than. It wouldn't really taken that much more. I would have taken the old sources, right? We didn't start with nothing. Given I've done such things previously, I mean, the thing is, we don't know if it works. We don't know how much it hallucinated. So given I've done complete drivers with copy paste stuff in 3 hours, it's you know. Jesus, we should have this here. So it wouldn't have taken that much longer. The question is, the main question, the philosophical question is also, do we as society want that this is the future? Are we prepared for all the homeless, for all the jobless people, and for even more environmental waste? That is in this that is what in this day and age people ask too little questions. Still planning, huh? Jobless doesn't mean homeless. Well, the world will increasingly. I don't wanna. I was not a world apocalypist, but the last years, like, holy shit, the world is in a shit. The whole world is in a shit state after COVID, after Russia's war on Ukraine, after US war on US. Israel, Epstein, Fury, war on Iran, plus all the AI and data center craze, plus all the 100 years of fossil fuel burning, climate change crisis. What's not to love about this? Yeah, the billionaires will not save us. The billionaires will not give us free homes. The homelessness of job loss, of markets crashing, of the next bubble, and environmental crisis, the billionaires will not pay for rebuilding environmental damages. The next years might become pretty crappy pretty soon, and I don't want to. I'm not an alarmist. I'm just realistic that we are not in an amazing state. And the wars and the AI and the other big tech bubble is not adding to that. I mean, just look at Berlin. we have more homeless than like ever. Like every corner I go, they're homeless, and yes, they came from other places in the world, but the fact is here, like wherever I go, they're homeless, right? So, AI does not fall into the same category as all the tragedies. What do you mean? Was like in the EU already 100,000 people lost their job, right? How do you say, like, plus all the data, like all the water and electricity the data centers consume? I mean, that's pretty much, how did you call it, denialism? It is a net positive. No, definitely not. AI is definitely not a net positive for society, especially with AI being agentic AI used in big corporations and government. And I warned years ago, if you in the future with AI and all the government e-government services, you will be constantly fighting AI bots that will not do your things. You file some application, it will be rejected for random AI reasons. Main problem is total say brain rot from lines. Yeah, plus the brain rot. That is, I mean, yes, and so big tech people confirm this already. Like I only wanted to try this now because big tech friends told me they wipe code all day long, and I wanted to see that here. And like they literally told me like, do I forget coding? Multiple people told me, like multiple big fang people, high profile people, high position people told me they token max the shit out of the LLMs. They told me like, dude, can I not program anymore? And that coding is only like coding is still, I feel like coding are still the more educated people. Like just look at all the brain rot from all the social media scrolling and shit. Society is in so many levels on top of, like before AI was already the social media, Facebook and stuff, doom scroll, brain rot. And AI will add even more to that. Even I used the wrong source. Like even I didn't think that through enough. This is saying you're really an unreasonable optimist. Like the industrial revolution is something else than AI. AI is basically replacing humans with machines, like the Matrix. If you're not like AI has the potential to totally negatively disrupt. AI will not automatically be positive. Will not, and at the current rate, it is absolutely not on a path to net positive. Right now, it's at the path to very big net negative. And by the way, all the big tech player like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and all the others, they are not nice people who want to make the world, like their profit maximize, their short-term profit maximizing, and after them the thin fluid. For sure, it's not net positive and won't be. That is the reason they are building it. Well, I don't think although there appears to be strange tendencies of secret societies, from what you see in this epic Fury files there of Epstein Island, but I don't say necessarily they are intentionally building net negative, but they for sure are building for their short-term ultra profit. The short-term ultra profit maxing their personal wealth. But certainly all the billionaires and trillionaires are a net negative for society, for all the money they didn't pay taxes on, and that money is missing everywhere for bridges and infrastructure and stuff, not only in the USA but also Europe, of all the billionaires not paying reasonable taxes for decades already. So that's it for this video. I need to go, it's super late. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know, do you want to watch more vibe coding? Like, do you find this inspiring and learn a lot? Or is this a net positive or net negative? Comment below. It's super late, I need to run. Amazing people tuning in. The problem is now our outro AI music will not run. Yes, I know the irony of AI music. Yes, I know. I made so many musicians jobless playing this. Most myself, of course. Cheers, thanks Trap for your guidance. Thank you, everyone. I may be too positive on this, but you're a bit doomer. No, totally not. I'm not a doomer. Like, I could sit here like every single shit. Like, I'm just reasonable. I'm just common sense. And I'm not so like doomer. Like, a doomer would be we will all die. Like next year we all dead. But we will see, right? Like, shall I subscribe? We will find out together, right? If we want to or not. I'm just reasonable. I could sit here and say like, we are doomed. Like there is hopeless. It's like no, like there is hope. We just need to be careful, right? And we need to have some discussion of what. Also, like then people need then billionaires need to start paying taxes, right, and not get government not net positive government subsidies for all this stuff. Then like if this should be net positive and people should not be homeless, then there needs to be some basic income or whatever. Like we need some model for society, because like no model is not a future-proof model with AI overload things. No medicine, new medicine. I've not seen much new medicine, new math. I've not seen that many new science things from AI thing, but even then, what does it help if most people like this K-shaped economy is pretty dire, right? Like what does even if it would be much more amazing, like just look at the Americans, right? They want to make medicine only more expensive. Like when was the last time the Americans ever made medicine cheaper? Like is this Trump administration not wanting to sue the EU or started to or whatnot or threatened to sue the EU for making medicine too cheap or stuff? So yeah, it's not like AI will make medicine cheaper or free or whatnot or stuff, right? Or affordable for most or everyone. Or also this totally doesn't play. We need to wipe code the clanker to fix this. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you just learned something. Thanks for the super chats. For all the patrons. If you want to support our Linux, otherwise we do here Linux, right? Usually it's the first time of clanking. And I mean, so much too. Look, people usually tell me like, why don't you clank that? And like also Trap, like for the Firefox recently, and like honestly, if we had asked Firefox to fix this, it would have taken longer. I fixed this Firefox build thing like in 20 minutes, and without talking, I might have fixed it in 10 minutes. Like, I don't see how a clanker would fix this Firefox build issue with RISC-V the other day in less than hours. So I wouldn't call it here a 10x engineer machine. You still need to, like, you'll only get good use, and I mean, I didn't even get the best use with my beginner mistakes here, but you only get good use out of AI if you're a 10x engineer. Like, if you're a junior engineer, you're not getting anything good out of AI. And all the open source projects complaining about random AI shit certainly underline this.
Things a little bit different, who bring back the past, make the future persistent. They fix the bugs, they break the security, making good old and new just work.